Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the Forex market. So today we probably briefly go through the few currencies, mostly euro currency, Great British Pound and Australian dollar. It's mostly with more attention to Australian dollar, because in other currencies you can see we actually already have discussed all features of the current action that we have, the price behavior, and everybody already knows that we're watching for support here, waiting for some bounce. So, but in general, the market is entering in a wide range, which will be very important for long-term performance. Because you know from that 110, 112 area is an area that has a lot of different targets. So monthly COP, XLP on the weekly chart, major FIP support, slightly lower stands the Euro pivot support one. So this is really decisive area for euro currency, and if it breaks down, then it will be impossible to talk about of long-term bullish tendency or something of that sort. So this will be really significant breakout. Meantime, on euro currency, as we said, we are watching for XOP. Probably today it will be reached, just because market stands just a few pips from the XOP and on a weekly oversold. Then we will see what will happen next, because overall pressure stands very significant here. You could see that on the fall time frame chart, although we are watching for better to take a look at the hourly. Recall our setup in a weekend. We said maybe it will be some ABCD pattern. This could give us a chance to go short with the end out of the previous lows, but you can see that even no reaction actually has happened. In fact, on the euro currency currently we have not any upside pattern, but we have the butterfly. So you could recognize it by yourself. It's very simple here. So that's initial swing of the butterfly, and you can see market currently stands at 127 extension. So once XOP stands slightly lower, and probably market could proceed lower to the 1618 extension. And by the way, this particular butterfly that we have actually here, it might become the reversal pattern that we could try to use to possess ourselves from possible pullback from the support and from the XOP on the weekly chart and COP target on the monthly chart that we have. So it's approximately the setup that we have on the euro currency. On the cable, we have specified last week this ABCD patterns, taking the short position and the confidence. So in market currently, as you can see, even exceeded the minimum area. So it's 30% was minimum target. Now it's market going lower, and so maybe we will get the OP, which is, as we suggested, it's most probable that market will go to the OP around 32.75. OP stands 33 even. So this is agreement support. Now finally, let's turn to the Australian dollar, because in Australian dollar we have long played setup to have started to trade last month. In general, to remind you, on the monthly chart of Australian dollar, we expect to get a reverse hand shoulders pattern, or its failure. So we do not know currently, because market still stands on the way to the point where destiny of this pattern should be decided. But currently, we suggest that market should drop somewhere to the 66 area, 67 approximately, 68, 67. So where the bottom of the right arm should be formed, and appearing of this kind of the bearish engulfing, although November is not closed yet, that's really very small numbers of days stand till the close of the month. Besides, in the middle of the week we will get the Thanksgiving, where the market will be anemic, so it's very probable that we will get it. That just gives more chances that market will just keep going lower, and on a monthly chart we will get this area. Then we will see what will happen. So it means that with this setup we expect some downward continuation, and take a look how it agrees with previously traded setup that we have started last month. So remember, we said that it's Gartley's triple to sell, excellent ABCD and agreement, and we have taken the short position here. Well, of course, many traders have closed this short position already, so it's because market has split out the minimum target of this. But currently, this now takes additional meaning in the current environment, because with this Gartley's triple to sell and forming just the ABCD retracement from the XOP that initially has been formed, if you remember that, market has broken all support areas inside of this level. So it means that no upward continuation we will get based on this pattern. And that is truly reversal pattern, which is actually become the continuation pattern for this major tendency that we have. So it seems currently that we could consider larger ABCD pattern here, and its OP, you can see, stands precisely around 67 area. So if you take a look at this head and shoulders, you can see that it perfectly agrees with the lows, where is right here, with the lows of the left arm of the pattern. So mostly stands at the same area, very close to it. So that's why here it's really new pattern that we have in Australian dollar, and trend you can see is turning down again. It's bearish trend on the weekly chart and the monthly as well. It means that on the daily you could, if you trade Australian dollars from general Asian Pacific currencies, so you could keep an eye on, for instance, on some pullback here on this recent downward action. So on the daily chart. And in fact, guys, here we have not bad thrust. So because we have no close above the 3x3, yes, it has some interruptions, it's pauses in this downward action, but they are very small and we don't have close above the 3x3, which means that this thrust could be treated as the solid thrust down. So from that standpoint, we could get kind of the, let's call it the bread and butter look-alike pattern if market will show the 30% pullback. This could be considered for taking the short position, with the next move to the stops to the break even as soon as market will keep going lower. So that's actually what we have currently on these three currencies.